Okay, a warm welcome again to this afternoon update from the happenings on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Since the last lunchtime broadcast, there have been movements. Remember what I've always said: once you understand the fundamentals of the stock market, you get yourself in a better position just to watch and be knowledgeable before you start making commitment. Since the last time, there have been gainers and losers, which is normally what happens on the stock exchange. So, for City Merchant Bank, it's gone further down, by 4.51% since the last update. So I'll go straight to the floor of the exchange to let you know what has been happening. The NGS is less than an hour to close. So what has been happening? What is happening currently on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange? So that is what we are going to do now to keep you in the know how things are shaping up on the floor of the exchange. Right now, Academy Press is 0.0%. It's not making any movement. Boas Cement, it's not having any movement as well. Boas Cement is a 0.0%. Nothing is happening to the share of Boas Cement. African Prudential also is not experiencing any movement, no fluctuation in its share price. Consolidated Hallmark also no movement in its share price, is just there at 0%. AICO Insurance, AICO Insurance, ICO Insurance, it's having a marginal movement. It's gone up in value by 0.50, 0.5% appreciation in the share price of ICO Insurance. That is it. C&I Leasing. C&I Leasing, it's not having any movement in the share price at the moment. Unicell Interlink is not having any movement in the share price. Nigeria Exchange Group has got a marginal increase in the share price, is bullish by just 0.04%. That's the Nigeria Exchange Group. That's the parent company of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Nigeria Exchange Group. It appreciated marginally by 0.04%. Mutual Benefit Assurance is currently up in value by 0.74%. Mutual Benefit Assurance, if you are a shareholder of Mutual Benefit Assurance, here is a good time where you can cash in if you have enough quantity to sell. Remember, if you are selling any of your portfolio, you sell when the value of your shares are up in value. That is not when you buy. So if, for instance, you've got your 2,000 of mutual benefit assurance, and you want to take advantage of market movement, this is the time you speak to your stockbroker, because right now mutual benefit is up in value by 2.74%. 2.74%. That's mutual assurance. VFD Group, it is down in value by 1.43%. Living Trust Mortgage Bank is at 0.0%. There is no movement in the share price. Living Trust Mortgage Bank, there is no movement in the share price. Cadbury, since morning, Cadbury has been at 0%. No fluctuation in the share price. It's going for 62 naira 10 kobo. That is Cadbury. There is no movement, no fluctuation. MTN also, it's stable at the moment. There's no fluctuation in the price of MTN on the stock exchange. It's currently going for 830 naira. MTN, no movement in the share price. So it's just like that. Chemical and allied products, CAP, it is also at 0.0%. No movement in the share price. Eternal Oil earlier today, it opened at over 9%, depreciation in its value, over 9%, 9.9. That was what it opened with. It closed yesterday at 9.9%, but today it is at 0%. There is no fluctuation in its share price. Let's have a look at PZ. PZ currently is at 0.0%. There is no movement in its share price. PZ, UAC also, UAC, there's no movement in the share price. It's going from 185 naira. UAC, there's no movement in the share price. It's not affected. It's just there. That is UAC for you. Union Die Consult. Union Die Consult. If you're a shareholder of Union Die Consult, nothing to worry about. It's also at 0.0%. There's no movement. Champion Breweries. Champion Breweries also has been stable all day. There's no movement in the share price. It's at 0.0%. Aradel Holdings, it's also at 0.0%. There is no movement in the share price. There's no fluctuation in the share price. Let me look at Abe Mortgage Bank. Abe Mortgage Bank has been taking a beating since morning. It's been bearish over 9%. Abe Mortgage Bank. Anybody having interest in Abe Mortgage Bank, or you just have like a little money to invest, this is the type of share you buy because it is down in value by over 9%. So you come in when the prices of that share goes down, when it is really down. So Abe Mortgage Bank, if I was instructing my stockbroker now, and let's say I have 5,000 naira to invest, I can tell him, please buy me Abe Mortgage Bank or any other share whose value is less, whose value has gone down by over 9%. Abe Mortgage Bank is presently down in value by over 9%. So it's a good place for anybody coming in, wanting to take a position in the stock market or in the Abe Mortgage Bank. Okay, Alti Briscoe. Alti Briscoe is at 0.0%, nothing happening to it. Alti Briscoe, nothing happening to it. UPDC rate, UPDC, that is Real Estate Investment Trust, UPDC rate, it's down in value by 2%. So also anybody wanting to take a position in a company, you talk to your stockbroker, also a share price like this, that the price is presently down, you instruct your stockbroker that this is the sort of thing I want to buy. So you don't buy when the price of a share is up. You come in when the value is low. So UPDC rate is down in value. Also, Chance is down in value. Royal Exchange Assurance is also down in value. It is bearish at this moment. This is the sort of time you also come in. Royal Exchange is down in value. All right, Sovereign Trust. Sovereign Trust is up. It's bullish at this time, is up in value by over 8%. Sovereign Trust Insurance is up. The insurance company are doing well today. Also, Cornerstone Insurance is doing very well as well. It's up in value over 8% of Cornerstone Insurance. If this is not the time you buy Cornerstone Insurance, if you have Cornerstone Insurance in your portfolio, let's say you have 4,000 units of Cornerstone Insurance, this is the sort of time you sell, because you can say, okay, I want to sell just 2,000 units and hold on to 4,000 units. Cornerstone Insurance is doing well. It's up in value by over 8%. LASACO, Lagos State Assurance Company, it is presently at 0%. It's not fluctuating. It's been stable. Lagos State Assurance Company, LASACO, is presently 0. First Holdco, parent company of First Bank, is presently down by just 0.33%. It's selling for 60 naira and 30 kobo. That is First Holdco, First Holding Company. That is the company chaired by Mr. Femi Otedola. So it's presently down in value just by 0.38%. So that is first hold for you. Also, anybody wanting a position, for instance, the first hold go, though it's marginally low, this is the sort of time you can say, I want to come in, get myself a few quantity. That is first hold go for you. Also down, linkage assurance is also down in value at this time. Also, anybody you want to take a position, you take positions in companies when their values are down, when the value of their shares are down. Linkage assurance is presently down in value, though marginally by 0 point, just over less than 1%, but it's also something which you might want to consider if you want to. United Capital, it's been doing well. United Capital is a big player on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Its value is up at the moment by over 1%. United Capital is up by over 1%. May and Baker, that pharmaceutical company, is presently at 0.0%. It's been like that almost all day. M&B, May and Baker, Nigeria Limited. There is no movement in a share price. That's May and Baker for you. Their Communications, the parent company of AIT and all that, it's currently down in value by 3.95%. Their Communication. So if you're thinking of getting a position in their Communication, this is the sort of time you speak to your stockbroker to say, yes, I've got 5,000 naira to invest. I want to get me shares of that Communication. That is if that is what you want, but you take positions in a company when the value of the share is down. So that Communication is presently going from 1.70 naira. It is down in value by over 3%. That's that Communication. Dangote Cement. Remember, I said Dangote Cement, it does not always get affected by price fluctuation. It is presently 0.0%. No fluctuation in the share price since morning. Dangote Cement is going for 1,070 naira. There is no shift. There is no movement in the share price since morning. But different stroke for different folks. Dangote Sugar is down in value by over 3%. While Dangote Cement is at 0%, there is no fluctuation in share price. It's different ballgame altogether for Dangote Sugar. Dangote Sugar is down in value by over 3%. Prestige Assurance is up in value, is doing really well. Prestige Assurance is up in value by over 7%. GTCO, Guaranteed Trust Holding, it's also doing well. It's up in value by just over 0.2%, 0.24%. That is GTCO, Guaranteed Trust Holding, the parent company of Guaranteed Trust Bank. The share price is doing well at this moment. Remember, the stock exchange is closing in about 30 minutes from now. So a lot of things happen. It's just like the injury time in a football match. Think of the stock market like a football match. You remember, look at a football match, 30 minutes to close. The two sides are doing a lot. They want to cut there. So the same thing happened in the stock market. The stock market, NGX, will be closing in about 30 minutes. So a lot can still happen. Institutional investors can come in. They can want to dispose of their shares. Retail investors too can be instructing their share, the stockbroker, and saying, so there can still be a lot still happening in the last half hour. So GTCO is up in value at this moment just by 0.24%. Guinea Insurance, it's also up. It's doing well. Guinea Insurance is up in value by 3%. Guinea Insurance is up in value by 3%. Okay. NACO, Nigeria Aviation Handling Company, they are the one that help us at Murtala Mohammed Airport and all the other airports is on the stock exchange. Nigeria Aviation Handling Company, NACO, it is presently 0.0%. No fluctuation, no changes in its share price. EcoBank at the moment, there's no fluctuation in its share price. EcoBank is selling for 85, 95 naira. There is no change in the share price, 0.0%, nothing. Lafarge is marginally up by 0.32%. Lafarge is marginally up, is doing well. Lafarge Africa is marginally up. And the international bureaus, there's no movements in the share price. International bureaus, no movements in the share price. So thank you so much for listening and for watching this update. Tomorrow is another date, but later in the day, I could bring you a surprise day. So keep watching this channel. Later in the day, there is going to be a pleasant surprise in about 2 hours time. So keep watching. But for now, from the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, that is it. But remember, you can still give instruction to your stockbroker if you have anything to do, because the Nigerian Stock Exchange closes at 10 minutes before 4. So you still have 20 minutes, whether you want to come in or you want to offload some of your portfolio. The Nigerian Stock Exchange, the operational hours has been extended to 10 to 4. So you still have 10 minutes of action for the day before the NGX closes today. So until later in the day, and like I said, I'm promising you a treat later in the day. So keep watching this channel. I'll see you then. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.